Hi everybody, it's Melissa. Camera's shaking just a little bit. Give it a chance to stabilize if I don't try to knock it over again. Well, here we are doing another unboxing, and I'm not as excited about this one as I thought I would be, simply because the last one I got I was very disappointed in, but we're going to look at it anyway. It is another new Filofax. And I also got these. I got the projects and goals trackers idea. I don't like Filofax's paper at all. It's very thin, but it's not as expensive as the rest either. And then I also got this, which is the customized weeklies, and I don't think there's monthlies in here. I was kind of surprised about that once I looked over the product, but there's not. It's just the weeklies for 2026, and what's customized about them is that they are as minimalist as possible. None of the, I want white paper, and very minimal. And you can see how thin the actual paper is. So some people like it. It does allow you to stuff your planner a lot more with thin paper, but I like nice, thick, white, smooth paper for my inserts. But this is personal size, and personal size is not what I use for my main planner. So we'll go with that, and I will buy some monthlies for it that are nice. Put my medication out of the way. I gotta call that in later. So this, as you probably know, is a planner. And the one I got last time, I'm actually trying to sell. Not having much luck on it. Even though I'm selling it pretty gosh darn cheap. Okay. Now this one I paid full price for because I actually purchased it on the Filofax website. And boom. And they still send you, this is for 2025 because you always get inserts with the planners when you order them. So this is the 2025 ones. And then this one is the lavender, which the reason I wanted it was just the color. I love the muted lavender in this. It's so pretty, but I know it's going to be made exactly like the other one I have is, I forget what they call it, but it's the brown, and it's the one I'm trying to sell. Number one, they're very short. To define how short, it's kind of like the same size. If you're familiar with Gillio, it's the same size as the Gillio, the small ones, the Amicas and the Campagnas, not the XLs or anything. They're very short, and if you know about the Gillios, it's advised that you put 25mm rings in them. The same way if you get the Elite version, personal size of the new Moterms, 25mm rings are what works best with them. For some reason, even though this one is an extremely short planner, they put 30mm rings in it, and that's one of its biggest problems. Because even with the small, here's some more inserts they sent me, but even with the small inserts, when you close it and you got it full of all your inserts, it pushes everything right to the edge, and then you've got this the pin loop that's inside here doesn't fit at all. If you put a pin in it, it bends your paper. And so I was just like extremely disappointed. The leather is nice, but like someone said that I was talking to earlier, it's nice, it's soft, but it is structured. It does have structure in it, which makes it even harder to mold to how you want to. And then it's got the big back pocket inside it. So, I prefer not to have the back pocket. That's one of the reasons I love the new Motrin Release. They don't have one. That design is just so minimalist and so nice. You know, you see this and you think maybe there's an outside pocket, but there's not. So if you want to, like, get it to where it lays down, it's going to take a while to do that simply because of the fact that it is structured. And, you know, if you look on YouTube, I've not seen, well, some people get them. They got them, especially when they first came out, because they are beautiful. That's the thing. I think it's a beautiful planner. Absolute beautiful. But even this, look how stiff. It's just so freaking stiff. And it's because, it's not because of the leather. The leather's fine. It's because of the way the stiffener they've got in it. I mean, it's like a piece of wood, seriously. So what I'm going to do with this one, because I don't want to try and sell it too, is, and I can't really change out the rings because these are those kind that are really kind of hard. You can if you get the right kind of tool. I don't have it. If I can find one, it's basically the same kind that Franklin Covey has. So if I can find the right kind of tool, I will take these out and I will put my own 25mm rings in it. And that will make it more functional. I do not like pockets. I never use them. I mean, the zipper pockets. I much prefer just to have these pockets here and then would have some more over here, or a secretarial pocket. But once again, I've been looking at these ever since they first came out, just because I think they're so pretty. But I got this the other day because I've got a personal white of this that I got years ago. This is the Aura Estelle, and this is the personal size. And just because I've always thought it was pretty. It's not real leather, but it's so pretty. I just decided, hey, I'm just going to get one. I enjoy playing planners, so that's what I do. But look at the difference. Both of them have 30mm rings in them. But you can see there's a little bit more length here. And then, you know, your strap, you have that adjustable in it where you can, this is one of the great things about it, or still, it's got 3 different slots where you can adjust your straps to the length that you need. And then this is the Foxglove Pink Croc. And I just think it's beautiful. I don't know if they're going to be selling many of them anymore, but I wanted to grab one before they decided to stop. So, but this color, this is a beautiful color to have in a professional setting and not just have your standard black like a lot of people do. The one that I am currently I have for sale is like a saddle brown. I have a video I did of it just you know, when it arrived a couple of weeks ago. Be quiet, puppy dogs. See, this is the brown one. And so I will, I've got all these inserts in there for it. I may put some more to sweeten the deal, see if someone might want to purchase it. But yeah, it's the, you know, like I said, the same thing, but it's just so, I haven't beat this one up into submission like I plan on trying to do with this one. But I really love this color. And then they have a sage green one that is absolutely beautiful too. For people who are used to this size and used to Filofax, it's probably not a big deal, you know, because you're used to it. But for those of us who are used to, like, well, even for Gilio, with the exception of the ring size. But, you know, I'm more used to sizes that come from VDS and everything, and they're a lot more roomy, to say the least, and definitely a lot softer. But I don't, one of the things I think is just doesn't make a lot of sense is has lavender inside, that's very pretty, is to have a big back pocket. Now see the back pocket, even it's got stiffener in it. You would think that they just wouldn't do that because you want it to be more flexible so you can, you know, stuff things in it. I don't understand their reasoning behind the design. This does not. And you see how nice and soft that is. So the thing about it is when it doesn't have stiffener in and it's nice and soft, the leather's going to stretch. It's going to expand. And then that's automatically going to give you more, you know, wiggle room. So both these are just, you know, that's good. I like that. But I will tell you this. I have had Franklin Covey's Anna binders for their Franklin Covey size. This is a much better value than what you pay for an Anna binder. Much better. The leather's better. It's not as big, obviously, because it's made for personal size and not Franklin Covey size. But if you're going between the two and it comes down to quality, this one is a much better quality than the Anna by far. I have not ever had one of their vintage Auroras, but from what I understand, that I've seen people, you know, in the groups and stuff talking about it, they're not loving them. They say that number one, they're structured instead of unstructured like they used to be, and from what they say, they're just not. They don't have the same quality as they used to. So they're kind of dropping the ball quality-wise. And for that much money, because one of those binders is almost $300, if you're going to charge people that kind of money, you should knock out some really good quality. Especially when you can just go over to Moterm and get one of much better quality for under $100. So, you know, I don't know what they're thinking. They may be thinking, hey, we've been the big dog for so long, we can do what we want to, but they're not the big dog anymore, so they need to chill out. But even this one, if it was a smidge longer or just had 25mm rings, and if the structure, the stiffener was gone, it'd be beautiful. It'd be perfect for me. But it's not. And I'm certainly not going to slice open the leather just to pull out the... I don't know. I was just very disappointed. I had high hopes, and I waited so long to get one and was so excited. And then when I got that first one and saw how it was actually made, I'm just like, why? Why? Because, like, you know, eventually you want this to be able to lay down a little bit so you can write properly, and that ain't gonna happen. Look at that. That's like a trebuchet. Put a marble here and knock somebody's eye out. Boom! It's still a beautiful binder. It really is, but it's just, you know, not what they charge for it. You know, it's like I think $170 some odd dollars. So wah. And yes, I could send it back, and I've actually thought about doing that. But that's actually more trouble than, you know, trying to sell it. Poops. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see what I do. But when I want a binder to properly function, this is what I want. See, this one doesn't go all the way down. but it's still out of your way. And I know a lot of people who get these and they're like, they have them made without this, just have an open binder, which is, you know, if you're just, especially if you're just going to have it on your desk, that's a really good solution. But if you're stuffing it full of stuff and you're going to be taking it around everywhere, you're going to want something to hold it in there anyway. Anyway, that is pretty much all I had for you. If you have any questions about the inserts or anything, let me know. I already gave you most of my opinion that, you know, as far as it goes. I mean, it is a good deal that they do give you the inserts when you purchase. When you purchase the actual binder, but it's the same time the inserts are very, very flimsy. Very, very flimsy. It's not as thin as Tomoa River paper, but it's darn close. It's darn close. But look how many I got all together. Am I missing? Oh, nope, that's all. I got so lots. I even purchased these, and I got these the other day for my little pocket that I rarely ever use, but they had the purple ones, and I'm like, oh, they go so pretty with that. And so this part is kind of silky like. That's your calendar. Then your weeks are over here, and they're made of the thin stuff. So, but like I said, I don't even really use this, and they had them on sale. They were pretty cheap, and I was like, oh, they'd go cute with this. Why not put them in there? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, gals and dudes, I hope that gave you some information, you know, in case you're thinking about it. And hey, if you are interested in the brown one, you know, give me a holler, and we'll work out a deal. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.